Hello, thanks for watching Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions you'd like to have covered in any aspect of real estate in the surrounding areas, let us know. We'll be glad to try to research that topic and cover it. And check out our company website on the screen of mountaintolake.com, where again you can search for all the listings in our MLS and all kinds of tips and techniques and suggestions for buyers and sellers.
If you're interested in selling your home, we'd love to sit down and visit with you. We've got a great location there in Uptown Rocky Mount. 195 South Main Street is where our office is located. We'd love for you to stop by. Someone's there Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 every week. We'd love for you to stop in. And if those hours don't work for you, well, reach out to us at the number you see there on the screen, or reach out to us on our website, and we'll be glad to come to you and visit with you about buying or selling property. So, Bob, it is the it's the second day of May.
Okay.
Can you believe it?
Well, as I said before, the 2023 is hard for me to accept in May, but I guess I need to believe it.
Yes, sir. Time is rolling right along. What's new in the real estate world? Historic low inventory, right?
That remains the case. This is typically the spring buying season. Obviously, more daylight. I'm not going to say the days are longer, because they're not, but it's more sunshine to look around.
There you go.
People are looking longer. The heat isn't quite as oppressive, and people are not on their family summer vacation. So now is a peak time. I'd be glad to work with buyers and sellers to go over this challenging market.
Yep. Well, as we've talked about, I mean, we're at a historic low inventory. So if you're a buyer in the market, we'd love to have an opportunity to talk with you, kind of explain to you what that means, talk you through, the whole process. When sit down and try to make that buying process as simple and as smooth as we possibly can. And so we'd love to visit with you about that. If you're a seller in this market, all I can say is give us a call. There's never been a better time to sell your property. And so please reach out to us and let us know, and we'll go from there. Bob, with it being the 1st of May, I thought maybe we'd take a minute or two and just talk a little bit about outdoor living space.
Sure.
So
outdoor living space.
Yes, sir.
I mean, other than like just a field or something, like where we grew up.
Yeah, I was thinking something a little more than just a grassy field and a creek to stomp in.
Exactly.
You know, but outdoor living space. I was actually I got inspired. The wife got Good Housekeeping, and it was being the May issue.
And you read it all?
No, but as I was thumbing through the mail, I saw it, and it talked about outdoor living space, and I said, this is a topic that Bob and I need to visit about on the show.
It's a good topic. I mean, as we were discussing, fire pits have become common. Some really good hardscaping companies in our county do a great job. Outdoor living, you're right, Steve, that really is something that can add to the features of a home.
Yeah, I mean, you think about adding value. If you're a seller, and maybe some investments of things that maybe you could do, maybe you want to enjoy it, but you're thinking long term, what are the things that I could invest in my home that's going to add value?
No, yes, you're very right. That's a great topic. I had a house a year or so ago on Hillcrest. I should have brought a picture of that particular home. And
I remember that.
That house had a great outdoor living space that probably could have been set up to be converted to a inside living if you wanted to put the walls up. But it was a great outdoor living space area.
It could have been a feature in Good Housekeeping.
It could have.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's a good topic. So I'm glad you brought that up, Steve. Sellers thinking about some things they might do to improve the value of their home. I think that's a great idea. Plus, you can enjoy it. Yeah. And it's a feature a lot of people are seeking.
Well, you're thinking about outdoor living spaces. You think about, I think, and again, I'm
something other than a horseshoe pit.
I've been inspired here, Bob, with Good Housekeeping, but they talked about pergola, and how that's becoming sort of the new sort of cool thing to be thrown up on the outside.
Tell us what that is.
Well, basically it's a structure, a shade structure. Typically has posts, but then it has like a lattice or some sort of covering that would be see-through, obviously, that you can see through see the sky and so forth. But you could certainly use it. You could put a tarp or sheet or something over it to make some shade if you so choose. But I think that's become pretty popular thing to kind of sit out, and maybe, you know, with that openness, you know, maybe you could put a fire pit underneath there, or you know, some of these, you got some of these really nice gas sort of heaters, stoves, outdoor.
I guess the extreme would be an outdoor kitchen.
Yep.
But certainly, you know, good grilling area and keep maybe some grease smell or heat out of your house in the summer.
Yeah.
That's a good topic, Steve. I thought it really adds to the value of any home, and I think it's such a good topic. I always, when talking to sellers, should I do this or should I do that? My question is, would it cost someone to walk away? In other words, if they have this feature or that's something maybe they need to work on, the question I always ask is, you know, if we were a buyer, would we not buy the house if this weren't addressed? And this is kind of the opposite. That might be cause you to buy the house because of that.
Right. Well, and I've
Great
seen,
idea, Steve. So I'm glad. Thank you for reading that magazine.
well,
I never would have known you were a good housekeeping reader.
Every now and then, Bob, you know, every now and then. But you know, we talked about a pergola, and you know, those can get pretty elaborate and expensive. But I mean, even just something as simple, Bob, as a table with an umbrella. I mean, we think about, you know, these elaborate.
I'm going with pergola.
Well,
over that.
Well, but I'm just saying, if you're thinking about a great, you know, you've got a nice space outside and you want to take advantage of it, creating something like that, with just something as simple as a table and umbrella. I mean,
did this show when you have outdoor living available?
Well, and it creates, you know, it creates the thought and the presence, if you will, of just a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
and a screen porch is a great feature.
Yeah. I
say
mean,
the least.
I mean, we can get into.
Well, can you read the rest of that magazine? Maybe come up with some other topics for us in the coming weeks.
Well, Bob, this is the 1st of May, so I'm a slow reader. So we might maybe 1st of June.
July.
Yeah.
Of this year.
Okay.
No, that's good, Steve. I agree with you 100%. I think outdoor living spaces are great features for a home. I think it would result in maybe someone buying a home that wouldn't otherwise. Well, it's good.
You can transform just an ordinary, just sort of average yard into something that gets somebody really excited. I think that's what I want to say. So with that being said, Bob, do you think we can talk about some properties now?
That'd be a good idea.
All right, guys. Here we go. What do we've got here to talk about first? Oh, a commercial property on Leesville Road in Bedford County. We're going to, talk about this 14 acres. We got lots of properties here we're going to run through fairly quickly, going to share with you some pictures. But this is a very unique church campus, campground area. It is on Leesville Road. It is in Bedford County with the address of Lynch Station. I mentioned before 14 acres. We're going to show you some quick pictures here. This is the cantina, the mess hall, if you will, for this church campus campground area. But a great location. You've got lots of kitchen equipment, walk-in freezers, everything you need to make a huge meal or feed a lot of people for a long time. You've got the opportunity to do it here in this mess hall kitchen here on Leesville Road. Got a nice gym, a sort of activity area here, nice metal building. Inside's got, basketball goals. There's some ping pong tables, some different things, but a great space there. Here you've got a nice amphitheater. Gives you a great place to maybe put on some skits or have an outdoor concert. All kinds of things can be done here on this property on Leesville Road. A sort of baseball, basketball field. There's a soccer field. Multiple dorms. Lots of things to talk about there on
Leesville Road. All kinds of outdoor features there, aren't there, Steve?
Yes, sir. There is.
Next, we'll travel down to Moneta. I think this is a great value if you look at waterfront properties and what a detached home is costing in the current market. You can come here and not work all the time, maybe enjoy the lake. You look at the front of this condo, which features total finished square footage is over 1,800 square feet. You also have your own slip. And also, as we pointed out last week's show, you have great views of the lake from the upper balcony, the deck off the dining area, and the lower level patio. And this is a great amenity here, this pavilion that you see. So 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, a half bath. On Smith Mountain Lake, you're not far at all from the bridge, all kinds of places to dine out and take advantage of the amenities at the bridge. But this is a great unit. I think if you were to come into our office and price waterfront detached homes, you might lock in onto this one for sure. It's very well updated and maintained. Nice walk-in tile shower on the upper bath. So please give us a call for this condo on Waterside Drive. That's in Fairway Bay, off the Scruggs Road and by water, not far off from the bridge on the Roanoke River.
So we're going to talk about another commercial property. This is Old Franklin Turnpike. It's about 3.5 miles on the east side of town, right on Highway 40 there, 40 East. But you've got here this unique listing. Not only are we talking about the acreage, 1.5 acres, 613 feet of road frontage on 40, but in addition to that, in these buildings, we have the business itself is going to sell as well. So if you're interested in auto sales business, like to get kind of started and running from day one, here you have the opportunity to pick up and take off, and that's pretty unique. You've got the 1,500 square foot building on your right, and then you've got the 2-car garage on your left with an additional 2-car garage underneath. Makes it very unique. I talked about the road frontage. You get a chance to see the large road frontage there, but you know, that's one of the things when you have a business, having access is huge. And so this is a great spot. And to talk about this on Old Franklin Turnpike, give us a call. We'd love to show it to you.
And speaking of great spots, this is a great spot near the county's new industrial park on Ormac Lane, a little bit north of Rocky Mount, very convenient to Boone's Mill and Roanoke, near the intersection of Works Road. Also 6.43 acres. You look in the front of this brick home, which features 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, over 5,580 square feet that's finished. Again, 6.4 plus acres. Multiple sunrooms. Great property. Has great views back over towards the Blue Ridge Mountains. So again, this is located on Ormac Lane, a little north of Rocky Mount. Great location. Large home. There's a good view there of the property. I guess that's going to be to the left of the home, looking back towards the Callaway area.
That's correct. Yeah. Well, Bob, now we're gonna go from right there, a really nice home on Ormac, to a really unique log cabin home here on Walnut Grove Drive, and that has a Callaway address. This is a 3-bedroom and 3 full baths, a little over 2,300 total square feet. You're looking at 5 acres, 5 very private acres. We talked about, I think in the previous show, Bob, you know, the ability to have privacy seems to be, you know, everyone appreciates that. And here we are with just one of the more private settings you're going to find. That porch, guys, I cannot tell you what a nice feature that is. It works around on 2 sides of that home. Really, really unique porch, rocking chair porch, front porch swing. I mean, you name it, you could certainly set it out there. You've got, well, as I mentioned, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths. In addition to that, you've got this really unique detached garage. You've got, it's 30 by 40. It's actually heated. And then you've got an additional workshop area off the back, multiple lean-tos. This unique feature here, this detached garage area, is a great spot for anyone that's interested in, you know, got a hobby. You can certainly get after it here in this building. and I mean, kind of make it your own. This gentleman, the folks that lived there, he was kind of a shade tree mechanic, a real hands-on individual, and certainly I think this is going to appeal to a lot of those folks here. But this is Walnut Grove Drive in Callaway, 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, sits on 5 acres. Great location. I'd love to talk with you about it.
Come back to Rocky Mount for this commercial property on Circle Drive. It was formerly used as a probation office. Their needs expanded and moved to the former Moose Lodge on Grassy Hill, and that's why this building is now available. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better commercial building in or around Rocky Mount than this one. It was built in 1999. It's obviously a brick building. Both train heat pumps have been replaced. You have well over 2,800 square feet, all on one floor. Good high traffic count on the North Main and Circle Drive. 16 paved parking spaces in the end. Covered rear entry. It's currently set up as 12 offices, all on the outside walls. All have a window. Has 4 half baths. Also has a reception area, a waiting room, a conference room, a kitchen area, and most all of that could easily be modified if you didn't want that current layout. So it's a great building. Be glad to give you more details about it. We have a survey of the property. Glad to give you a tour. Of course, you have high-speed internet within the town limits of Rocky Mount. Glad to give you more details on this commercial property on Circle Drive in North Main.
So we're going to head to Lillian Knapp. This actually has a Henry address. It is in Franklin County, but it's right on the edge of Henry and Franklin County. So it's on 8.87 acres. The properties we featured here, there's a lot of uniqueness that we need to talk about, and this is one that it's a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath brick ranch home that you see here. And in addition to that, we've got this really nice 2-car garage. It's a detached garage workshop area, and the unique thing about that is not only is it one level, but you've got a full, it's 2 levels here to that, and it made it really unique. Another one of these great spots for you to hang out. Again, get your hands dirty, let's create something. And then as you turn the corner, here is this building. Who would have ever dreamed that you'd had this building there? But we're in the proximity of Lillian Knapp Road. We're right up there next to Philpott Lake, so if you've got a boat, you've got a great spot to keep it. In addition to that, this building you could just do so many things with. This property is under contract, and we're excited to have it close here soon. But this is Lillian Knapp Road with a Henry address there. And we'll move on here. Bob, what you got for us?
Next we're going to go to Craig Valley.
Yeah. Craig Valley sits in Newcastle, Bob, Craig County.
Okay.
You've got 5.16 acres. You see that pending sign there. We're pretty excited to have this property under contract, but this is a 7,000 square foot building, and it has an additional 2,400 square foot building on the back side there. We'll show you, but really unique. You got 6,000 square feet of warehouse space here on the inside, with an additional 1,000 square feet of office space, which is a pretty unique spot. Sits on 5.16 acres. Here's that second building I talked about. I think it's 2,400 square feet there. The property, multiple roll-up doors. Just a great spot. If you're a producer of widgets, this would have been a great spot for you here. We're happy and excited for those new owners here as we move forward. Hopefully everything will close and move forward accordingly.
Next we'll come back to Franklin County for this property on Grassy Hill Road. Kind of a unique listing in that there's 2 homes on the property. This is very close to the intersection of Grassy Hill and Callaway Road, so it's a great location. Come out of the driveway, take a left, you're back in the town of Rocky Mount pretty quickly. Take a right, you go towards Boone's Mill and Roanoke pretty quickly. It's a old 220 is Grassy Hill. It's called that for a reason.
There you go. Show your age.
There you go. But again, you're obviously looking at the first home here is a brick home. There's a second home. It's also a garage on the property. First home is 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, 1,240 square feet, 1.5 acres. We work with buyers and sellers frequently in commercial properties in and around Rocky Mount. We showed you the nice building there on Circle Drive a minute ago. Now we're coming to the former Arrington Flowers building at the intersection of Franklin Street and Diamond Avenue. Ample parking. We've been fortunate to work with a lot of commercial buyers and sellers in downtown Rocky Mount in the last few years, and some properties did not have a lot of parking. This one has ample parking. There's no steps to get in the building. You have over 3,520 square feet that's finished, 7 paved parking spots on the right, 13 or 14 on the left, so ample parking. Again, this is on the intersection of Franklin and Diamond Avenue. So again, in addition to the ample parking, there's easy access in and out of the building for your customers and your employees. And we'll certainly be glad to give you a tour and show you all the features of this property on Franklin Street.
This is Longleaf Drive in Hollins, and sits on 0.47 acres. There's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a little over 2,000 square feet here. But this home is pending. We're excited about that, but show you just a couple of quick shots here as we move around. The kitchen was updated, and Bob, I think it's fair to say it's buyers and sellers, the things that sell homes is kitchen and bathrooms, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And so when we think about making those investments, here's a great spot. They did a little refurbishing here on the kitchen. It just really sort of, it just give it a great feel, give it a nice, crisp, clean look. It was a great deal here for Longleaf Drive and there in Hollins. But you can see the back side of the home, a nice area. There's that deck, and as we talked about, Bob opening the show, that outdoor area really makes a difference, especially this time of year. People are thinking about getting outside, maybe entertaining and taking advantage. So Longleaf Drive in Hollins. Bob, tell us about Hilltop.
Nice home. I've shown it several times. Not least bit surprised it's under contract. I think it shows very well. And of course, Hilltop Drive is in Franklin Heights. It's not a through road. There's some really nice homes on Hilltop. This is certainly one of them. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a paved drive. A nice covered front porch leads you into 1,620 square feet. On the first floor, also has a full walkout basement. Nice living room. This picture shows you how tiny the home is, but I thought the home, or do think, the home shows very well. You have one level living, there's a laundry right off the kitchen in a very convenient location. Also, speaking of outdoor living, nice patio and sunroom on the back.
That's right.
There you go. So that sunroom's there on the left. Nice level yard. Again, this is in Franklin Heights on Hilltop Drive.
So here's a property that recently sold. This is Pond Road in Martinsville. So it's on 5 acres. It was 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, and again, it had some updates that helped this home move along. But it was a really nice brick ranch home with a full basement, a walkout basement. Of course, you've seen the carport on the entry level. It had a garage on the lower level, and then in a detached garage as well. Again, it had been updated, new garage doors, new shingles. A lot of updates have been done to this home there on Pond Road in Martinsville.
And then I think it's a big advantage for our sellers, Steve. Our office participates in the Henry County MLS. So obviously we could list a home in the Roanoke Valley Association of Realtors MLS, but it is a big advantage. The office again participates in the Henry MLS. I think we're more than able to help buyers and sellers in Henry County. A lot of visibility and exposure there.
You bet.
We've been fortunate to sell several homes in Henry County the last couple of years, and I think the prices there are kind of approaching more in our county. It wasn't too long ago that you could get a lot better price, so to speak, as a buyer. I'm not sure that's not the case anymore, but I think the point I'm trying to make is our office does participate in that MLS. I think that's a big advantage for people in Henry County that have their property in 2 different MLSs, more exposure.
There you go. There you go. And this property on Pond, it was 5 acres, 5 very nice usable acres. That always is a nice help there. We congratulate both the buyer and seller here on Pond Road in Martinsville.
Claiborne Avenue in Rocky Mount, zoned R2, is adjacent to Mary Elizabeth Park. Very nice 4-square brick home, has an entrance obviously on the upper level. The entry level is also an apartment in the lower level that backs out to Mary Elizabeth Park. Not surprised it went under contract, a lot of commercial potential. So 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home with over 2,900 square feet that's finished. See the nice wood floors there on the entry level. Large kitchen on the back. Great picture here. The entrance not only to the lower level there under the screen porch, but also interesting back to the kitchen on the entry level. So again, zoned R2, a lot of investment and rental potential for this home on Claiborne Avenue in Rocky Mount. I've been in this home on Falcon Ridge on numerous occasions, not the least bit surprised either. This one's under contract. It shows very well for a nice covered front and side porch. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,044 square feet. This is located off of Davis Mill, so just a little bit west of Rocky Mount, off Rakes Road and Davis Mill. 0.68 acres, very usable land. Good view of the back of the home. There's a carport there to the right. But this home shows very well.
We're going to head to Roanoke now, and this is Valley View Avenue Northwest. It is in the city of Roanoke. As Bob has mentioned numerous times, we have agents, we travel, we represent buyers and sellers all over. But this is one here in the city of Roanoke. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, a little over 1,100 total square feet. Sits on 0.47 acres. Get a chance to see the kitchen here on the inside, but it's a nice 3-bedroom brick home. With the potential, and does have a walkout basement. This is 304 Valley View Avenue Northwest in Roanoke. Well, now we're going to come back to Franklin County and Webster Road, not far from the Cable 12 studio here. If you're not familiar with that, you come 40 East, Old Franklin Turnpike, you turn left on Webster Road, and then this home is on your right. 4 bedrooms. You've got tons and tons of a living space here, a little over 2,700 total square feet. 4 bedrooms, 1 bath, hardwood floors in a portion of the home. Look at any walkout here in the back. Nice deck area. It does sit on 1 acre, and you do have a nice 18 by 25 detached garage, great for outdoor equipment, maybe a motorcycle or an ATV. Enjoy this Webster Road in Glade Hill.
Home of Donald Avenue has sold. Congratulations to the new owner for this 4-bedroom, 2-bath home of over 1,300 square feet. Also has a very nice detached garage. So congratulations to the new owner.
Here we are at Mary Coger. This is in Rocky Mount. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, almost 1,000 square feet there on the entry level. A great home. Get started here. But Mary Coger is right off of East Court Street, if you will, there in Rocky Mount. It sits on 0.47 acres. Great location, very convenient to the amenities of Rocky Mount.
And near the intersection of Route 40 and 122, a lot of people call that Hodgesville. That's what I'm going to call it. Another commercial property. Obviously, there's 2 homes on the property in zone commercial, so you have a lot of rental potential. I'm sure a lot of viewers know this side of Rocky Mount used to be residential homes where there's now credit unions and Walmarts and Lowe's, so a lot of long-term potential in just the location, how it's zoned in a high-traffic count area of 40 and 122.
Well, Bob, we'll let that wrap things up today. Is that all right with you?
That'd be good.
We appreciate you all joining us. We thank you for tuning in here on Cable 12. Thank you, Cable 12, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.